had to get a head start there so I didn't outlast my claps. This is like year number 19 of doing this, and the first couple of years I always put together a speech with like a message at the end and that sort of thing, and I've run out of ideas, and so the last probably 10 years or so, I usually just come and I just kind of look around and I see the really neat kids that are up here and all the great supportive parents that are out there, and just try to come up with a couple of ideas to talk about, and so I'll just share what's been on my mind, I guess. It's been kind of an interesting season for us, and you know, in football, we have a couple of themes that we really try to stick by from year to year. A couple of those themes you've probably seen on posters before. We relentlessly pursue excellence. That's something that year after year we kind of drive home to our kids, that the relentless pursuit of excellence is what we're all about. That we have a standard of performance that we seek to achieve every single year, regardless of the kids that we have. We have a vision in our mind of what we want our team to look like, and we're going to coach our tails off, and we're going to help our kids achieve that. The second one that we really work hard on is, you know, we try to build winners both on the field and off the field. And winning on the field is important. It's what prevents you from getting fired. But probably more importantly, in an educational institution, it's really important that we give our kids the opportunity to learn skills that they would not otherwise be able to learn in the classroom, at the job that they have after school, that sort of thing. And to help them deal with adversity, which we faced a little bit this year, but to pick yourself up and go back out there and try harder the next time. You know, to band together with your buddies for a great cause and do things as a team that you wouldn't be able to do by yourself. I believe that our activities programs at Owatonna High School across the board, whether it's music or our drama department or our athletic department, really drives that point home that, you know, there are things that you need to be a successful adult that we can't teach you in a biology class. And I'm biased toward biology. I think it's the greatest thing that was ever invented. But there are certain skills that we can't teach kids in biology class that they really truly need from our activities program. And we have a great group of coaches and advisors that get our kids to understand how the world really truly works and the skills that they need to move forward. And the third thing that we really try to drive home year after year with our kids is that tradition never graduates. We've been playing football since 1893. I think our baseball program started in 1914. Our basketball program started in 1919. We hit the ground running with girls athletics in the early 1970s under the direction of our recent Hall of Fame inductee Sandy Boss. And we've got a strong tradition here of how we go about pursuing excellence. Excellence with honor, excellence with grace, but we're going to pursue excellence. And that tradition gets passed on from our seniors to our underclassmen year after year after year. And I always get nervous because you never really know if your senior group gets it and if they're going to be able to successfully pass on the tradition that has been built by so many people in years past, and understand this is how we go about doing things. This is how we go out and pursue the goals that we're trying to achieve. And I'll say right now, I've been impressed by our senior group of leaders and how they have held our team together and continue to strive toward excellence. And I don't think tradition's going to graduate in our program. I know it hasn't in the drama department because we keep filling that auditorium up with great plays. And I know tradition hasn't graduated in our music program because we knocked the lights out at Big Nine Music Festival last year. Our marching band did awesome this summer. And we have a tradition here that is unmatched. and it's because we have great supportive parents who are raising their kids right. We have great advisors and coaches who are showing kids how to do things. And we have a community that always gets behind our kids. And I'm telling you, one of the great joys of my life was not necessarily standing out at the hash mark at the Dome last year before the St. Michael game, but it was telling our kids what it was going to be like in advance, because I knew what was going to happen. I knew what the explosion of sound was going to be like. And I knew how our families and our community was going to get behind these kids. And that was a greater joy for me, to be able to tell the kids in advance what was going to happen, even more so than what had actually happened. And the concussion of sound came behind us, and it was unbelievable. It was an explosion. But I knew that was going to happen, because we've got a community that supports our kids in their academic work. They support our kids in all their activities and their sports, and this community is unparalleled in how they do that. And I guess my challenge to you is this, moving forward. I don't want to see tradition graduate in what our community does for our kids, because our kids are far and away the most important commodity that we have. And I guess why this has been on my mind is we lost a great supporter in Bill Kottke about 2 weeks ago. And a lot of you know, Bill was a huge supporter of the arts. He was on the Arts Center board for a long time. He was a huge supporter of our sports programs, helped found our Sports Boosters Club. He always sold tickets for out-of-town games out of his store. What a lot of you don't know is Bill Kottke went down to the activities office every fall and wrote a sizable check so that the kids who couldn't afford to play activities or sports at our school could participate. And he wrote their fees in advance, and then just asked that they be dispersed to kids who were deserving, who otherwise couldn't participate. And we lose people like that periodically, and it scares me a little bit. But it also challenges me to make sure that we're raising the next generation of kids who will grow up and support that wave of kids who haven't been born yet, so that they can be successful. We've got challenges on the horizon. We've got activities and sports programs that need funding, and probably 50% of our sports and activities programs right now are relying on fundraising in order to put together a program that our kids want to participate in. We need people to help support our activities programs moving forward. I don't think it's any great secret that most of our facilities are a little outdated and outmoded and overbooked, and there's probably going to be some ideas about what we can do to take care of that moving forward. We've got kids who can't afford to participate in our activities programs, and they're going to need some help through scholarship programs and the like. And if we're telling our kids that tradition doesn't graduate, and that there's a way that we do business in Owatonna, and there's a way that we go about what we do here in our programs, I think the same holds true in our community. We've got a tradition of supporting our kids that's unparalleled. And I guess my challenge to you is to make sure, whether you've got, most of you have kids and that's why you're here, but there's going to be a time 2-3 years down the road when your kids have graduated and they moved on and they're off to college and they're out achieving their goals, that our next wave of kids is going to need the same support that your kids got from their parents and our community and our coaches. And I want you to think very deeply about what can I do to make sure that the great tradition of supporting the kids in our community never graduates. It can't graduate. We've got too special a thing going on in Owatonna. Make sure that you look within yourself to think about ways that you can help that next wave of kids have the same success that your children have had coming through. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.